Ukrainian and Russian accounts speak of heavy fighting along part of the southern front, as Kyiv's forces try to push further toward the strategic hub of Tokmak. Much of the combat is taking place south and east of the village of Robotyne, which the Ukrainians claimed to have secured last week. One unofficial Ukrainian telegram channel used by soldiers of the 46th Separate Airmobile Brigade said the Russians were trying to counterattack and were testing Ukrainian lines. It said that a large number of Ukrainian and enemy units in a narrow area from Robotyne to Verbov, immediately to the east, leads to chaos in the area. There have already been moves by our groups and the enemy into each other's rear due to a lack of understanding of the location of their own and our trenches. But the channel claimed Tuesday that there is progress in the direction of Verbov. Yesterday, the Ukrainian armed forces took several Russian positions in the area. However, it added that the nearby Novoprokopivka area is in the midst of counterattacks. The enemy is not going to give up their positions without a fight. There is a constant tactical coverage of each other's positions, and all this under the constant supervision of reconnaissance drones of both ours and the enemy. It's an online war, it said. The channel said that on Monday night the enemy regrouped after an unsuccessful counterattack and struck harder in the Nestoryanka-Novoprokopivka area. It was a heavy battle with losses on both sides. One soldier with the 46th told CNN that 2 forest plantations several kilometers long near Verbov had been taken by Ukrainian forces, but Russian units were counterattacking against the Ukrainian flanks. We jokingly call the Novodanilivka-Robotyne-Verbov area the triangle of errors because no one understands who is where, because there is no solid line of defense, nor contact line, complete chaos, the soldier said. Natalia Humeniuk, spokesperson for Ukraine's military in the south, said Tuesday that there are very exhausting battles and very powerful work at the level of counter-battery and direct engagement in the Zaporizhzhia sector. She described the battles as a face-to-face meeting with the enemy. When the direct advance of troops is underway, the enemy no longer has a chance to consolidate the line of defense that was torn, Humeniuk said. What Russia is saying, for its part, the Russian Defense Ministry said that units of the Russian group of troops, with the support of aviation and artillery, repelled 2 attacks by the 46th Airmobile Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near the village of Verbov. The ministry claimed that up to 90 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, as well as howitzers and artillery systems, had been eliminated. But geolocated video over the past few days has shown intense shelling in the area and widespread destruction of villages. Independent analysts and Ukrainian officials have suggested that the Russians are moving fresh reserves in the area after the Ukrainians breached part of their first line of defensive fortifications.